Hi everyone, I'm Brea and welcome to my channel Tales of Tales, and today alcohol is going to be choosing my TBR. Okay, so one of my goals for 2022 for BookTube was to try to figure out what type of booktuber I am. And I know there are some booktubers who do TBR games, so I was like, why not try it? Am I a booktuber that wants to do a TBR game? So it's August and we're gonna try this out for a couple months just to see how it goes. And so the way that I kind of came up with this idea is that I was sitting with a glass of wine thinking about what kind of TBR game would suit me, that would be fun for me. Take a sip of wine, looks at wine glass, and a light bulb goes off. Okay, so let's get into the rules, and then we are gonna actually play our first round of Alcohol Chooses My TBR for the month of August. Responsible Brea here. Just a friendly reminder to drink responsibly and only if you are of legal drinking age. Thank you so much. So the way that this game is going to work is that there will be 3 rolls of the die, and each roll will determine a prompt. And I chose 3 books just so that I can be realistic about what I can read. And so the first roll is going to actually determine 3 things. It's going to determine the category in which we are choosing our alcoholic beverage, okay, wine, shot, or cocktail. It's also going to determine which deck of cards we are playing the rest of the game with, and it will be determining our first prompt. So the second 2 questions and the second 2 rolls are going to be dependent on what category we get. So for wine, for example, the second question will be what type of wine. For cocktail, for example, I think it's what type of alcohol. Same thing with shot. What type of alcohol is it? And then the third question, again, will just relate back to the category. So for wine, it's am I having a full glass? Am I having a half glass? For shot is do I get a chaser? Do I get no chaser? For cocktail, it's do I get an extra mixer? Or are we just having a well drink tonight? You know what I mean? So you'll see as we continue playing the game what type of questions are associated with each category. But with that, I'm just gonna stop talking so we can get into the rolls. We can see what I'm drinking. I'm just gonna tell you right now, I really hope it's not a shot. Dear God, please don't let it be a shot. I put shot on there, but who am I? Not someone who takes shots, I'll tell you that. All right, y'all, so we're going to be doing voiceovers for these parts of the video. As you can see, you can't really read the board. There's some trial and error when filming this video. And as you see, everything is backwards, and there's a reason I couldn't flip the video. So I'm just setting everything up here. So if I roll a 1 or a 4, I'll be playing from the shot deck, 2 or 5 cocktail, and 3 or 6 wine. And so I rolled a 6. It's a little blurry. Sorry about that. And here I am just setting everything up so that I can pull from the wine deck. And so our first prompt will be mystery, thriller, horror. The first roll landed us on wine, and I'm so grateful for that. And our first prompt is choose a mystery horror book. And so the book I chose for this prompt is In My Dreams I'll Hold a Knife. So if you watched my 5-star predictions video, which is the video right before this one, you should go watch that if you haven't already. I actually put this on my 5-star predictions list just because it gives me dark academia vibes. And it's one of those like mystery thrillers where there's like already a set cast. So you kind of already know like it's going to be one of these people, and you can kind of try to figure out who is doing the killing and who is getting killed, right? So the inside of this flap says 6 friends, 1 college reunion, 1 unsolved murder. And I just love that when we get to try to guess and figure out who the murderer is, even though I'm going to be honest and say I rarely actually figure it out until the end of the book. But nevertheless, I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. And so I'm excited that I get to put this on my TBR for the month of August. Okay, back with some more blurry footage. I'm just setting up the second question of what type of wine we'll be drinking. And the options are cab, a dealer's choice card, so I can choose whatever I want, a Shiraz, and a Sauvignon Blanc. And for the roll of the die, I have a 12-sided die this time, and we rolled a 7, which is for Shiraz. And here I am struggling to pick up the card because of my nails. There we go. Shiraz or Shiraz, don't know. And the prompt is title that begins with C. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really drink Shiraz that often. It's not like my go-to choice of wine. However, there is a winery in Austin, Texas that does a fantastic Shiraz, and I absolutely love it. So I am not mad that we landed on Shiraz today. And with that roll, with us drinking some Shiraz, the prompt that we got was title that begins with C. And so the book that I chose for this was Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. So I've actually already started this book, and I started it a few months ago. And for whatever reason, I just wanted to pick up something else, and it wasn't what I wanted to read in that moment. But I was enjoying it when I was reading it. There was nothing wrong with the book. So I'm really excited to actually pick this back up. And the inside flap says, Yadriel has summoned a ghost and now he can't get rid of him. When his traditional Latinx family has problems accepting his gender, Yadriel becomes determined to prove himself a real brujo. With the help of his cousin and his best friend Maritza, he performs the Quince's ritual himself and then sets out to find the ghost of his murdered cousin Miguel and set it free. I am very excited to finally finish this book up. For some reason this year, I've just been picking up books and then putting them down and just being like, oh, I'll get back to them. And I just don't know why that's kind of been my mood in the last couple months. It's been hard for me to finish a book, but I'm gonna finish this one. I have good feelings about August. Okay, and then last up we have roll number 3. And for wine, roll number 3 is gonna determine, are we having a full glass of wine or a half glass? You know, and I'm gonna tell you right now, most of the time I'm going to be hoping for a full glass, but you know, sometimes moderation is best. But let's see what happens. Okay, so hopefully you guys are starting to get the gist of the game. Here I am just setting up the last question. Numbers 1, 3, 5, or 7 is a full glass. Numbers 2, 4, 6, or 8 is going to be a half glass. And it's an 8-sided die this time. And again, more blurry numbers, so you're just going to have to trust me. But I rolled a 5 here. And so a 5 was a full glass. There I go, struggling again, full glass. Woohoo! And the prompt for full glass, there I am cheering, is a book under 250 pages. And so we got a full glass. Obviously, I'm not mad at that. And something else I'm not mad at is the prompt that we got, which is read a book under 250 pages. We love a short book, and like I just told you, it's been hard for me to finish a book recently, and the shorter the book, the better. The higher chance I have of actually finishing a book, right? And so the book that I decided to pick up for read a book under 250 pages is The Murders of Molly Southbourne by Tade Thompson. Now, I originally bought this book because I was going to do Summerween. So what happened was I ended up starting Summerween a few days late, and like I just said, I haven't been finishing any books. So that vlog went kaput. It went bye-bye. But I still have this book, and it's still a book that I really want to read. And so the back of this just says, for as long as Molly Southbourne can remember, she's been watching herself die. Whenever she bleeds, another Molly is born, identical to her in every way and intent on her destruction. Molly's parents trained her well. She knows every way to kill herself. She knows how to butcher Molly's for easy disposal, but she also knows that as long as she survives, she'll be hunted. We love a good short horror mystery vibe. We love it. We love it. Okay, but we probably don't love that singing, so I'm done. But yeah, so here is my TBR for August. Very short, very sweet. Hopefully giving myself this realistic amount of reading means that I'll actually get it done, right? So just as a reminder, we have In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead, Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, and The Murders of Molly Southbourne by Tade Thompson. Yeah. So while you enjoy this little montage of me pouring my glass of wine, let me know down below in the comments what's on your TBR for August, and if you like this style of TBR game, if you like TBR games in general. Let me know down below in the comments. Also, let me know if you're a wine drinker, what type of wine is your favorite? Love to hear it. Give me some recommendations. And if you made it to the end of this video, you know the deal. You are my absolute favorite, my little tater tot, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.